Welcome back to Railbound. I'm dear darling, and enjoy the ride as we make connections and travel the world together. Well, last time we were stuck on 1110. I've had a little bit of think about it. I don't have a solution yet, but I actually, I'm here to reframe my thinking. I was like, oh, we need one more rail track to actually do the solution. Obviously, this can't be the solution. We will never be getting that rail track, and it's not coming. We just have to sort of deal with that fact. This is not the solution. But, reframe thinking. I think we might have one too many rail track with a solution. And you might be like, what are you talking about? You have one too few, now you have one too many? That doesn't make any sense. What I mean is, I don't think this is a solution. I've been thinking about it. I think we have to do the sleep thing. I've thoroughly convinced myself we have to do the sleep thing. The red car has to do this. The green car has to do this. The green car has to come back. It has to rejoin at this point. But then I couldn't justify to myself why the green car has to go this way. I think it's possible I've focused on too much that feeling it should go this way around, when maybe it can just go back in this way if I set this up a bit differently. Now, I haven't thought through how that setup is going to go, but now I've got one more track. It might be possible. Like, does that work? No. So something like this is going to work. I think actually that works now. I look at it. I told you it was close, and this time I was actually correct. I think a lot of the other times I've been like, oh, I must be so close to the solution. It's actually been a completely different, oh, a cat, a completely different solution all along. I didn't even see what the Steam achievement was called. Hold on, sorry. Twin tracks. Pet the dogs. Pet the cat. Can we interact with anything else? I don't know. I didn't realise it was a cat all along. Oh yeah, the cat of railway passengers, aren't they? Duh. They're the ones you pick up. Okay, so this one we need them to swap places, which is like with a very, very narrow track to do so. I don't know. What does this even do? Who knows? Doesn't work. That's what it does. Ah, okay. So this is an interesting conundrum. How do we make this work? And the answer is, I wonder if it's going to be symmetrical, the answer. Clearly not that symmetrical. Somewhat. It's not quite symmetrical, but it's got an interesting sort of twist to it. Presumably you turn around. Oh god, you're number one. Oh, okay. You need to turn around, and number two, and do this. Number two, you need to somehow... Oh, that's not possible. Number two, you need to somehow... Why does this train car even exist? You need to somehow dodge number one. Oh, God. Why do you exist? That's my question. I guess you go this way instead of turning around? Maybe there's a loop thing. Go loop-de-loop and jump through the hoop. Flip my flippers and flap my flick of a while. I will try to smile. Afterwards, the crowd applauds, and just before they go, one more time around the pool, I'll play the game and act the fool, and let's get on with the show. Actually, that was actually quite a nice one to sort of iterate over. I actually had a solution. I saw what I could do to improve a solution, and then I saw what I could do to make the solution the actual answer. I didn't really talk it through, I'm sorry. I was just like, nothing's using this track, and in my previous solution, I was like, it almost works. They're following each other, but they're not going around the right way. And I was like, they never actually cross this before they follow each other, so let's switch that around, make them both go down this way, and then it just kind of worked. I think somehow the timing works. It just dodges both of them perfectly. We even have 3 tracks left, so that must not have been the intended solution. Oh well. Oh well. Ah, here we go. Itchy knee. What are we gonna do? Wow, this is complicated. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, presumably number 2 you go here, number 1 you go here, is my guess. And then maybe you hit rat, and then at number 1 you, I don't know. Really? Maybe you do this, but number 1 you need to go on that same track somehow. What does it even do? Makes them immediately collide. Great going. What is going on? I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. Doesn't quite work timing wise. So you actually need to take a second longer. And then that works. Okay, so what can we do with you? Probably you do something like this. No, that can't be possible, because that means you reconvene with the same track as number 2. You must be on a different track to number 2. Well, presumably you both have to go down this way. What happened here? But you actually take too long. Does this work? Ooh, there we go. That actually felt like a level I actually tried an improvement at. I tried the solution, then iterated upon it. Maybe I'm just getting better at this game. Who knows? Okay. So somehow the delay here. So you're meant to go down this way and you're meant to go that way. Ah, okay. So the question is, how do we actually get them to cross over their tracks? That is a good question, actually. I don't really have an answer to you. How are you going to do? Okay, so this is what green's going to do. Red is going to join the track. How are they going to pass each other? I don't have a good answer to that. I actually genuinely have no clue what they could do. Because I'm drawing a line. This needs to go over here and this needs to go over there. But I'm thinking in Cosmic Express terms, which is not the same as this game. The mechanics are different. I don't know how their invisible lines are going to cross. Probably with some sort of merging tracks component being driven along it 2 different ways. So if you do something like this, no, I need you to be like this, I mean you to turn off it. But this, you turn off it that way. So something like this, I think works. It doesn't work timing wise. Maybe it needs to be flipped, hold on. Conceptually, I want you to go round the track. Do I? No, conceptually, I want... What do I want? I want the green one to either be faster. So presumably the green one should wait while the red one goes around. It feels like it kind of has to be like that. If it doesn't, then maybe it has to be like this. Oh, there's not quite enough room on this side. Ah, that's why it doesn't work on this side, because we don't have enough room. So, it does feel like it has to be something like this, doesn't it? Just timing-wise, it won't work out. Just keep doing the same thing over, as if that's going to change anything. I want you from this direction to go in a different direction to you. This should also work. I think this works conceptually, just timing-wise it doesn't work. I can't really make a red one go any faster though. So maybe I can make a red one go slower? And make a red one take a long way round? Oh god, wrong button. This almost works. It doesn't quite work though. So I need that to face that way, but that will make that loop round. This works timing wise though. So probably one of these is a superfluous connection. The problem is I'm making the green reconvene with a red track right now, which is not particularly helpful. This feels like it's there conceptually, but I can't quite get the mechanics of it to work out. It does feel like the red one should be delayed because we just have more space over there. Does it have to be green which turns off? Can we make it red that turns off? Maybe, but then I don't know how we get red onto the track again. Red just turns around. This has helped no one. It does feel like you had to turn off inside if we want you had more room, but then you're still stuck on that side, so maybe you do have to turn off that side and red has to sort of delay like this and then green somehow it just works out. Do not even deign to ask me how, because I don't know. So if you could turn around, you go that way, and the green one will go that way. Ah, this almost actually kind of. Oh no, this doesn't work. What am I doing? I can't figure this out. Do you understand? Maybe the green one does need to be delayed. It's really not very easy to delay the green one, though. Unless we delay the green one off in this direction. But I need you to get back on the track is a problem, but we can't do that without red. Ugh. Unless we can have you do this, but no, that's going to follow red's path. It's really close. If only this was like a red cat we had to pick up or something instead. Which I think is, you know, kind of a point. We don't have enough, or we had like or if we had one more row of space on the green side. We can't make red go any faster. It doesn't look like we can make green go any slower, so maybe it does have to be the other way around. Is that enough proof to me that it has to be red which is delayed? I just can't get red to work though. As a delay. I think it has to be red which is delayed. Either that or we do something else here, but I don't even know what we would do there. I think it has to be red which is delayed. It's just not quite enough tracks for what I'm trying to do. Can we separate them earlier? Earlier in the green direction? I don't think so. That's what I want to do, but unfortunately that doesn't work. It's kind of like I want to do this, but it just doesn't work. What am I doing? I think I had to call this one. I can't figure out how to do this. I feel like I'm close, but just not quite close enough. But for now, we're going to round this episode off here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Railbound. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscriptions, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now. It feels close. It feels really close. But not quite enough.